It's harder to make the glass than break the glass. Not how the world is, but that it is the mystery. Your world of poverty can be recreated to that of affluence simply by speaking the prince's language. Show me that I'm everywhere and get me home for tea. Properly practiced, knitting soothes the troubled spirit, and it doesn't hurt the untroubled spirit either. I want words at my funeral, but I guess that means you need life in your life. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to reform. We remember the past, live in the present, and write the future. Truth is stranger than fiction, but it is because fiction is obliged to stick to possibilities. Truth isn't. Never give up on anybody. Miracles happen every day. What can oppose the decline of the West is not a resurrected culture, but the utopia that is silently contained in the image of its decline. Positive expectations are the mark of the superior personality. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Everything is good as it comes from the hands of the maker of the world, but degenerates once it gets into the hands of man. A man's true wealth is the good he does in the world. We cannot be sure of having something to live for unless we are willing to die for it. All the world is made of faith and trust and pixie dust. You have to rise above the squabbling and chaos and keep believing. You have to always keep your goals in mind. Do not give way to useless alarm. Though it is right to be prepared for the worst, there is no occasion to look on it as certain. A dead thing can go with the stream, but only a living thing can go against it. Do nothing and nothing happens. Life is about decisions. You either make them or they're made for you, but you can't avoid them. The prettiest flowers earn their honor in the ugliest dirt. Just go with it, he thought. You won't figure out anything if you give in to fear. Your own positive future begins in this moment. All you have is right now. Every goal is possible from here. Remember, success is a journey, not a destination. Have faith in your ability. You will do just fine. Procrastination makes easy things hard and hard things harder. It's not about whether or not someone is a bigot, but whether or not the argument which that someone is arguing is worth being a bigot about. If you're reading this, congratulations, you're alive. If that's not something to smile about, then I don't know what is. Not in his speech, not in his thoughts. I see his greatness, only in his actions, in his life. Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. If being is many, it must be both like and unlike, and this is impossible, for neither can the like be unlike, nor the unlike like. A man who does not know his weaknesses will never understand his strength. A man must not be without shame, for the shame of being without shame is shamelessness indeed. A gentleman is someone who does not what he wants to do, but what he should do. Nothing is as it seems, but something is everything it is made out to be. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. There's no such thing in anyone's life as an unimportant day. The beauty of a living thing is not the atoms that go into it, but the way those atoms are put together. Sometimes you just have those days where everything goes wrong, but sometimes, and totally unexpectedly, something can go right. To become a lifelong reader, one has to do a lot of varied and interesting reading. It's a lie to think you're not good enough. It's a lie to think you're not worth anything. Teachers are the one and only people who save nations. When I explored my deeper mind, I could understand that my life is only an illusion, an apparent reality. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. I have already settled it for myself, so flattery and criticism go down the same drain, and I am quite free. Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. Sometimes things become possible if we want them bad enough. No human being will ever know the truth, for even if they happened to say it by chance, they would not know they had done so. What you perceive as a failure today may actually be a crucial step towards the success you seek. Never give up. The only difference between money and blank paper is that I can use blank paper for campfire. When one has a grateful heart, life is so beautiful. Good people see the good and bring out the best in other people. If your dreams don't scare you, they are too small. So early in my life, I had learned that if you want something, you had better make some noise. No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. Forgiveness doesn't have to be when they are sorry, but when you show compassion to those who don't deserve it. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. The greatest mystery the universe offers is not life but size. I'm not mean. I'm honest. Nobody is ever straightforward. But sometimes people need to hear the truth. It's not enough knowing that you can walk on water, Peter. You have to get out of the boat. Happiness is permanent. What is temporary is sadness. Expect everything, I always say, and the unexpected never happens. I am not afraid of storms, for I am learning how to sail my ship. A faith that cannot survive collision with the truth is not worth many regrets. That's the duty of the old, to be anxious on behalf of the young. And the duty of the young is to scorn the anxiety of the old. The most boring and unproductive question one can ask of any religion is whether or not it is true. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Shoot for the moon. Even if you fail, you'll land among the stars. 10 years from now, make sure you can say that you chose your life. You didn't settle for it. It's time to start living the life you've imagined. There is no shelter from the willful blindness of a politician. They're just words, and words alone don't really mean anything. It's what you feel and what you believe when you say them that matter. I only want to write, and there's no college for that except life. I wouldn't have missed a single minute of it, not for the whole world. Life is a series of surprises and would not be worth taking or keeping if it were not. Focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses. Focus on your character, not your reputation. Focus on your blessings, not your misfortunes. Adversity discourages losers. Adversity inspires winners. Sometimes you have to lose all you have to find out who you truly are. A doctrine of expression rather than one of suppression makes a stronger appeal to man. The more you try to please people, the more they get control of you, and you'll end up hurting yourself. Success isn't a result of spontaneous combustion. You must set yourself on fire. All I am is literature, and I am not able or willing to be anything else. Youth cannot know how age thinks and feels, but old men are guilty if they forget what it was to be young. Sometimes problems don't require a solution to solve them. Instead, they require maturity to outgrow them. Success, for most people, requires unlearning as much as learning. I can't feel my tongue, but I know it's there because I'm talking. Live out of your imagination instead of out of your memory. The truths that matter most to us come always half-spoken. Desperation is the raw material of drastic change. Only those who can leave behind everything they have ever believed and can hope to escape. Power does not corrupt. Fear corrupts. Perhaps the fear of a loss of power. Stand up for what is right even if it means standing alone. The secret of Buddhism is to remove all ideas, all concepts, in order for the truth to have a chance to penetrate, to reveal itself. Imagining that you are deep and complex, but others are simple, is one of the primary signs of malignant selfishness. Supreme excellence consists of breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. Strip back the beliefs pasted on by governances, schools, and states, you find indelible truths at one's core. There is need to embrace flexibility and make a switch where and when necessary. It's your dream, it's your journey, so find a way. Only those who attempt the absurd can achieve the impossible. Our power lies in our small daily choices, one after another, to create eternal ripples of a life well lived. Don't let your luggage define your travels. Each life unravels differently. You know how both life and porno movies end. The only difference is life starts with the orgasm.